Here we go, come on. When Tony is doing his task, when he's looking at the roulette wheel and he's making a decision to bet, parts of the brain get turned on, and then they can't stop.
Oh my God! Oh my God! No way! No way!
So here, we see the visual system, the back of the brain here, intensely activated. This is the anterior cingulate cortex, this is the insular, and these are the two areas of the brain which make sense of emotion. And so that process can become, in the end, it becomes kind of habitual, it becomes addictive.
They're saying all the DLC is going to be free. They're definitely making steps in the right direction. But this is EA, okay? They'll find some way to fuck it up.
This loot crate system is exactly the type of system that you would find in a free-to-play game.
The loot box system was highly criticised when the open beta went live recently, and their PR team have been in full damage limitation mode ever since.
So it looks like EA is doing everything they can to tank that game.
It's like if you filled a loot box with dumpster fire instead of cosmetic upgrades.
If you like to play a certain way, you know, use a certain type of weapon, you're relying on these boxes to get it. If you suck with the other weapons, well, tough shit. Buy more boxes, fucko.
Am I gonna experience the training mode? Am I gonna jump into, online? No. We're gonna open crates.
A 2010 study in the Journal of Mental Health Addiction found both lights and music created increased arousal effects. Numerous studies say arousal means more gambling, and faster music paired with flashing lights makes people bet more quickly and spend more money.
Hi players, this is John Boyega, and this is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
This is a Star Wars experience like none other, with greater depth and progression than ever before.
The shit that you get from the crates is awful. It's boring. It's shitty.
The Journal of Gambling Studies revealed a bunch of other insights into gambling behavior as well. Things like the illusion of control, the idea if you're pushing a button or pulling a lever, you have control over the situation. And if the risk seems low and you get an immediate response to your bet, you're gonna bet more and then more. Some casinos even offer free drinks, which is great, right? For the casino.
All post-launch heroes, maps, weapons, and vehicles will be free for everyone who owns Star Wars Battlefront 2.
It was revealed that iconic characters like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and Emperor Palpatine were locked behind a paywall. According to the Battlefront subreddit, it will take around 40 hours to save up enough credits to unlock just one hero.
40 hours.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Yes! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Vas! 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 Alright, what do we get? What is this? The unmasked version of Kylo Ren. That's pretty lame. He's pretty ugly.
One of the things that really sets apart slot machine design is the fact that, by and large, our games really can't be skill-based. They're all about random outcomes.
This time it's all about chance, all about loot, all about rolling the dice. Loot boxes govern the entire progression system.
You get no increase for a great performance, meaning you could capture every objective, go 99 and 0, and still get the same amount of credits as the guy who used a bot to farm them.
Now this led to a Reddit user basically building a spreadsheet showing how the release version of the game, which he played via EA Access, basically became this huge grind fest that is designed to keep you playing for either millions of hours or hopefully, and I think this is the intent, to get people to purchase loot boxes to help shorten that grind.
But in 2013, EA was named the worst company in America by a consumer blog, not just 1, but 2 years in a row. That's when EA CEO John Riccitiello left the company and longtime EA employee Andrew Wilson stepped in.
Do you wish you had a Candy Crush? Do you wish you had an Angry Birds?
Oh, well, I don't wish for Angry Birds because it's been and gone. I think Candy Crush is a tremendous game.
This is, in my eyes, the big test of whether or not we are willing to accept these kind of things in our games.
When one Reddit poster claimed it would take 40 hours to unlock a single character in a massive thread, EA responded in a comment that instantly became the most downvoted post in Reddit history.
Reddit is the 8th most visited website in the world. So this is a huge freaking deal.
People are no longer excited when they hear about a new Star Wars game from EA. They are now worried about how EA might ruin a potentially great concept.
Well, while this is about a video game, it's also about a lot more than a video game. It's about the seller-consumer relationship. It's about consumers feeling taken advantage of, exploited. It's about why good PR is so incredibly important in a world that no longer forgets because everything is forever.
From the loot boxes to the incomplete this game's a damn microcosm of most of the things that are wrong with gaming.
I'd rather shove 8 dicks in my mouth all at once than buy this piece of shit game from your sleazy-ass business model.
It's very clear that EA has had the intention of trying to shoehorn this stuff into their games for a long time.
Nobody probably anticipated that loot boxes would become such a dirty word so quickly. After all, people have been fine with them in games like Gears of War 4, Overwatch, and Counter-Strike Go for long time.
Yeah. As new scumbag games come out and then take the heat off of slightly less scumbaggy games, this circle of perpetual money making with no upper limit on the profit continues and gets worse.
There are now governments in the world that are looking into loot boxes as possibly a gambling scam.
This game is a Star Wars themed online casino designed to lure kids into spending money. It's a trap.
It's a trap! And it looks like the controversy over microtransactions in Star Wars Battlefront 2 has reached a fever pitch because EA says they are taking them out of the game. Hooray! We did it, guys! We beat microtransactions. Good job.
End of news story. Nope, not so fast. It's just temporary because, you know, EA's EA.
But as it turns out, ultimately, it was Disney that forced EA's hand and had them remove Battlefront 2's microtransactions temporarily until they can come up with a less controversial system.
But it still just doesn't help the fact that most of the core game is designed around loot boxes and microtransactions, and it just doesn't feel good.
This might show that while gamers hate them, these microtransactions and the loot boxes are here to stay.
EA was planning on implementing this system in the final game, and they justified it in front of everyone roughly a week before the game's full retail release, only to turn tail when the backlash started to hit.
It never was about listening to the players, it's always been about maximizing profit. Hell, the fact that they're still thinking about including the ability to purchase crystals in-game at a later date, despite all the unprecedented backlash, kind of proves this.
Their assumption is that they could just shut it off, wait until this blows over, and then turn it back on.
I think what they're probably doing here is just trying to save face for holiday weekend and turning it off for Christmas so that people will feel okay to buy.
AAA games are now merely platforms for blatant attempts to fleece money from colossal dimwits that somehow have financial independence despite not being able to open a tin of beans without losing an eye.
I just feel like we are where we are today with companies like EA because they realize they're able to push so much. And people still, to a point where it is beneficial for them, buy their stuff.
Yes! We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. We're in the money. The time money. Oh, man, they're crashing you up. We never see headlines about red hot.
I think that what you will see from us is that we, you know, as a result of our pioneering, innovative spirit, as a result of our consumer focus, that we are one of the great entertainment companies. And that we have delivered wonderful game experiences to an ever-growing, ever-engaging population of gamers of all genders and all backgrounds. And that people look at us and think that's a great company, and I'm very happy to have them as part of our life.
All right. Andrew Wilson, CEO of Electronic Arts. Hopefully CEO in 5 more years, we'll see.
Let's hope so.